everything has poise, where gravity is music and the bass is ground, and I am circling without a sound. That isn't chosen, that isn't mine. In this low orbit, everything is fine. The earth is beautiful from here. The problems that I carry disappear. Low orbit, just above the ground, high enough to hear the purest sound. Not too far, not too near, exactly where I need to be, right here. Low orbit, floating free. This is where I need to be, above the noise, below the stars, circling everything that's ours. Low orbit, slow and bright, riding frequencies at night. The music is the gravity that holds me here, that holds me free. The astronauts come back and say they see the earth a different way. After floating in the vast and clear, the ordinary things become more dear. The coffee in the morning and the rain, the music playing through a window pane from someone else's life become the most precious thing under the sun. From this low orbit, I can see the shape of everything I want to be. The lines that connect the things that matter, before the daily noise can scatter. The clarity that comes at night, when the music burns a different light, and everything below is beautiful, and everything above is beautiful, and I am floating in between. Low orbit, stay a while. Hold me here above the trial of being human, being tired, being everything required. Just this music, just this night, just this low and perfect love. There's a static in the velvet air tonight, a charge between the shadow and the light. I feel it crawling slowly up my spine. Every hair stands up along the line of something that I can't quite name or place. Something moving through this empty space, like the room remembers everyone. Whoever stood here when the night was young. Velvet static, soft and live, the kind of charge that keeps you alive. Crawling slowly through the dark, leaving everywhere a spark. Velvet velvet static on my skin. Let the feeling pull me in. Soft and electric, slow and true. Everything I'm moving through. Oh, velvet static, hold me close. In the current, in the dose of a feeling I can't fight. Velvet static, velvet night. The speakers hum a frequency so low. It charges everything it touches slow and builds until the room can barely hold the weight of everything that's left untold. Between the bodies moving in the haze, between the silence and the way it stays, long after everybody's gone back home, a static feeling left here on its own. I don't know why velvet holds a charge, why something soft can feel this large and electric all at once. But here I am standing closer than I've been all year to something that I can't explain in words, something that the baseline always heard before I did, before I understood. That velvet static feels this good. Velvet static, stay with me. Through the dark, through the static sea, everything this music holds. Velvet static never gets old. I fade into the night. The city lights are dim and low. The streets are empty, soft and slow. I feel the bass beneath my skin. A quiet world that pulls me in. No clocks, no noise, no rush, no wait. Just me and time suspended late. The music wraps around my bones, and in this dark I'm not alone. Let it come, let it go. Let the deep house take control. Close your eyes, breathe it in. Let the feeling start again. I fade into the night, where shadows hold me tight. No words, just this feeling. The music slowly healing every broken part of me. Is finally set free. I fade into the night, and everything feels right. The hours blur, the minutes fall. No destination, no one calls. The groove moves through the empty air. A quiet kind of deep repair. I never knew that sound could be the only thing that rescued me from all the noise inside my head. The music speaks what can't be said. Let it come, let it go. Let the deep house take control. Close your eyes, breathe it in. Let the feeling start again. I fade into the night, where shadows hold me tight. No words, just this feeling. The music slowly healing every broken spark. I fade into the night. I fade into the light. Let the music guide me through. There's nothing else I need to do. I'm navigating through the fog tonight, with nothing but the music as my light. The signal comes in waves and frequencies, and everything the night sends back to me. The city speaking in a different tongue, in bass lines, old and harmonies unsung. I follow every signal through the haze, into the labyrinth of late night days. Fog and signal, dark and bright, navigation through the night. Follow what the bass reveals, trust the only thing that heals. Fog and signal guide me through, every frequency is true. In the blur and in the haze, in the late night and the days. Fog and signal, low and slow, only music seems to know where the night is pulling me into clarity. The fog is not the absence of direction, it's the atmosphere before connection, before the signal breaks through clean and clear, before the thing you're searching for appears. In the static between stations, I have heard the most important and the truest word that silence ever said between the sound. That's where the real signals can be found. I've been lost in clearer weather than this. I've been found in fog I couldn't miss. The navigation isn't about the view, it's about the frequency that's true. The one your body recognizes first, before your mind can satisfy its thirst for explanation and for certainty. The fog and signal are enough for me. Fog and signal. Fog and signal. Everything is musical, through the haze and through the for comfort, but exactly when I should have found it, found out that I could drive through dark roads and trust the turn, trust the headlights, trust what I had to learn about myself when nothing else was shown, just the road and the radio and being alone. Moonless drive, almost home. Through the dark, I wasn't alone. The music was the only light I needed for this moonless night. It's 3 a.m. in the city breeze, a low and steady pulse beneath. The streets are slick with orange light. The deep house pulls me through the night. I don't know where this current goes. It only moves, it only flows through basement walls and concrete floors, through half-closed eyes and open doors. Don't fight it, just surrender to something deep and tender. The rhythm is the compass now. It doesn't matter where or how. Riding on a midnight current. Nothing certain, nothing permanent. Just the bass beneath my feet and the rhythm of the beat. Midnight current, take me low, somewhere only deep sounds go. Underneath the city lights, lost inside these endless nights. The DJ reads the room like prayer, a congregation standing there, each body moving slow and free, each soul lost in its own deep sea. The smoke curls up toward the lights, the speaker hums through all the nights. We gave to this, we gave it all, and still we answer every call. There's no map for where this current leads, no shorter reach, no one who needs to know the destination or the name. Each night in motion feels the same and different all at once, alive. The only way that I survive is riding this until the sun decides the night is finally done. Midnight current, carry me through the dark to somewhere free. Midnight current, don't let go. Take me deeper, take me low. found you cold behind the door, the smell of something I ignore. But then it hits me like a wave, a memory I tried to save. The coffee cold, the morning gray, the way you used to start the day, with songs that played from some old phone. Now all those melodies come home. Distance never kills what's real. Time just changes how we feel. But in the bass and in the beat, everything feels bittersweet. Distant memories calling, like autumn leaves are falling. Your voice lives in the silence, a beautiful violence. I close my eyes and feel what time could never steal. Distant memories stay, never too far away. The places that we used to know, the little bar with soft lights glow, the corner booth, the second round, the way your laughter filled the sound of every room you walked into. The world was always brighter too. And now I carry all of this inside every song, inside every kiss. I don't want to forget your face or the warmth of your embrace. So I put on this deep house track and close my eyes to take me back to a version of a life we shared, where everything was open, nothing scared. And for a moment it is real again. The music makes it all make sense. Distant memories stay with me. Distant memories set me free. Let the deep house hold what I can't keep. Let it play me slowly into sleep. I walked down to the water's edge and stood there on the crumbling ledge of everything I thought I knew before the deep house pulled me through. The tide was low, the night was still. The bass rose up against my will, and something in my chest let go. A weight I carried far below. You don't have to swim, just float. The deep house is the current in the boat. Let the water do the work. Let the rhythm heal what hurts. Like a slow tide rising, nothing compromising. that drowned in shallow water never found the depth that hid beneath the noise, the low frequency, the steady voice that says you are allowed to feel, that says the things inside are real. The slow tide taught me how to breathe beneath the surface underneath. Slow tide, carry me across. Slow tide, slow gain without the loss. Let me ride until I understand the ocean is the music and the land. There's a fire burning in the low light, moving through me like a second heartbeat tonight. The candles melt into the table, and I am barely keeping stable against the pull of everything I feel, against the question of what's real. Your absence fills the room somehow, more than your presence ever would allow. I don't need the answer now, I just need to feel the sound. Burning slow, burning right, like everything is light. Burning slow, burning low, watch the ember, watch it glow in the space between us, where the music frees us. Burning slow through the night, everything alight. No rush, no hurry, no love, no worry. I've been sitting with this feeling like a wound that keeps on healing, and reopening at the sound of a bass line pressing underground, through the floors and through the ceiling, through the ordinary meaning of a Tuesday in this empty room, where even silence has a perfume. Some things don't need to be explained, some fires don't need to be contained. I let this one go where it wants to go, into the night, into the low register of everything I've kept, every promise, every step towards something I can't name but feel, in every groove, in every reel. Burning slow, burning low, watch the ember, watch it glow in the space between us, where the music frees us. Burning slow through the night, everything alight. No rush, no hurry, no love, no worry. Burning slow, just burning slow. Know where I need to go. Let the night consume me, let the groove resume me, back to something whole. I walk through corridors of light, the towers glow against the night, reflections on the wet black ground. The whole city wrapped in sound. The deep house plays from every screen, from every place I've never been. The neon hums, the crosswalk glows, and somewhere in the distance music flows. A city built on glass and groove, where everything and nothing moves in perfect slow and steady time. A city living in the baseline, walking through a glass city. Everything's so pretty, every light a story, every street a glory. Glass city, shine on me, show me what I cannot see. In the deep of the night, I found myself in the light. The coffee shop still hum at 2. The streets are shared by me and you, and all the others walking slow. Inside the music's amber glow, no one speaks, but everyone hears. The deep house washing over years of ordinary days and nights, turned beautiful by city lights. If the city were a record, it would play on loop forever. Every street a different track, every corner taking you back to the first time that the bass hit low, and the whole world started to glow, and you realized you were alive, and that alone was enough to survive. Glass city, keep your light. Glass city, keep the night alive in sound, alive in groove, alive in everything we move toward. There's a quality of light in certain stones that has nothing to do with the sun it owns. It generates from something deep inside, a luminescence that it cannot hide. And I have met some people just like this, whose presence is a kind of light that misses nothing, sees everything and stays. Mineral light that neither burns nor fades. Mineral light, steady and clear, the kind of light that always stays near. Not the fire and not the sun, the quiet light when day is done. Mineral light, find me here, in the music, in the clear space between the notes and silence, between the grief and the resilience. Mineral light, low and pure, the only thing I know for sure is that this music holds that same melody in everything, in every key of music and of people and of night. The ones that carry mineral light inside their voice, inside their bass, inside the warm and careful space of a track that doesn't need to shout, to fill the room, to light the doubt away. Mineral light, mineral sounds, the deepest light is underground, in the music, in the stone, in the place you're most alone and most yourself. We never introduced ourselves, just reach for the same shelves of sound, emotion side by side. Two people letting go of pride. The bass made conversation easy, the low lights kept everything breezy. No need for names or where you're from, just two hearts following the drum. Some connections never need a name, some feelings don't require claim. Just a moment, just a look, a page from somebody's open book. We were warm strangers, dancing through the danger. No names, no faces, just two lost places. Finding each other in the deep house, mother. Warm strangers for a night, fading with the morning light. Your hands found mine in the low bass line. Your eyes said things that felt divine, but temporary and so complete. A full story in a single beat. We didn't need the words or plans, just movement guided by our hands. And when the music slowed to close, you disappeared like morning goes. I never learned your name and you never learned mine, but something in that basement room felt almost like a sign that people can be beautiful without a history, that strangers can be warm enough to set each other free. Warm stranger, where did you go? Into the current, back to the flow. Warm stranger, I hope you found your way back to solid ground. Every memory leaves a carbon trace, a residue of time and space, and everything we touched together became encoded in the weather of who I am on ordinary smallest unconscious ways. I find you in the way I hold my cup, in the songs I put on when I wake up. Carbon memory, you don't fade. You're the structure underneath the shade of everything I build on top of a feeling I could never stop. Carbon memory stays in the structure of my days, in the grain of who I've grown to be, in the music playing under me. Carbon memory trace of a warmth I can't erase. You are written in my bones, and the only language music owns. Scientists say carbon never vanishes. It transforms but never banishes itself from the equation of the world. It just becomes something else, unfurled into a different form, a different face, a different kind of warmth, a different place. And that is what you are to me, a transformation, not a memory. I pressed you into every song I made. You're in the texture of the serenade of every late night and every low, of every place the music goes. When I'm not thinking about the past, when I'm just moving, when I'm last on my own mind and lost in sound, that's where carbon memory is found. Carbon memory stay. I don't want you to fade away. Be the baseline, be the hum, be the everything I come back to when the world is still. Carbon memory, you will. There are only a few honest hours between midnight and when morning devours the version of myself that tells the truth, that lives still in some remnant of my youth, that hasn't learned to edit and refine, that hasn't drawn the careful borderline between what's felt and what is said out loud, between the solo and the crowd. Honest hours tell me true, everything that daylight won't let through. In the dark I hear it clear, the only voice worth listening to hear. Give me honest hours in the space before the towers of the day begin to rise, before I wear my other eyes. Honest hours, low and slow, in the music's honest glow. This is where I know myself, without the armor, without the shelf. I've been honest in the most expensive ways, paid for truth in weeks and sometimes days of consequence and comfortable loss, of learning what true freedom costs. But in these hours it costs nothing, just presence and just something, like the willingness to sit and hear the music and the truth, it brings me here. The honest hours ask for nothing back. They don't keep score, they don't keep track of all the times I wasn't brave, of all the things I couldn't say. They just play music low and long. They just remind me I belong to something true, to something right, to every honest music-filled night. Honest hours, stay with me. You're the only mirror that I see myself in clearly, without the noise, just the music and my honest voice. There's a honey low note in this song that drips into the room and lingers long. After everything around it fades, sticky, sweet and golden, slow it stays. Inside the speakers, inside the air, inside the way you're looking at me there. Across the room, across the candlelight, the honey low note holding up the night. Honey low, slow and sweet, the kind of sound that makes complete sense of everything unsaid between us in this golden bed of sound. Honey low, sweet and slow, let the golden feeling grow, sticky, warm and taking time. Honey low, no need to rhyme, reason with the way it pulls. Honey low, the room is full of sweetness that the bass line gives. Honey low, the way it lives. I like the songs that take their time to land, that don't rush in, that softly understand the value of a slow and golden build, of patience and the way that it is filled with more reward than anything that's fast. The honey low note made to last long after the track has come to end, a sweetness that the silence can't suspend. Some things are better slow and golden made. Some feelings shouldn't be afraid to take their honey time across the floor, across the room, across the open door of possibility that we both feel inside this honey low, this real and slow unfolding of the night. Sweet and golden, taking time, taking flight. Honey low, stay sweet, stay slow, stay incomplete until the morning comes for I've been living in an echo chamber heart, where every feeling plays its counterpart back to me again and then again, amplified beyond where it began. I send a small uncertain thought out loud. It comes back larger than the smallest cloud could ever be, and I forget sometimes that echoes aren't always honest rhymes. Echo chamber heart, be still. Not everything that echoes here is real. Some things just bounce because they can, not because they're part of any plan. Echo chamber heart of mine, stop the echo, break the line of repetition. Find the source of the feeling, find the course. Echo chamber heart, be quiet, let one true thing start the riot of actual feeling, actual sound, not just echoes bouncing round. I built these walls myself, I understand. I built them with my own two hands to keep the good feelings amplified, but the bad ones echo too, multiplied beyond what they deserve, beyond their weight. I've been living in an echoing state of feelings bouncing back and forth so long I forgot the difference between right and wrong. Maybe I should open up a window, let the echo chamber finally let go of all the sound that's been holding in. Let some real air finally begin to move through the space between the walls, where the only sound was the call and response of feelings to themselves, without anybody real, without anyone else. Echo chamber heart, open now. The silence show you how to hear what's true beneath the sound. Echo chamber heart, the calm is found. I've been walking through the quiet wreckage of a love that didn't need a message to explain itself. It just unraveled slowly, like a road that we both traveled, without a map, without a destination. Just two people losing their foundation, gently, with no anger, with no blame. Just two people learning a new name. Quiet wreckage doesn't make a sound, it just settles slowly to the ground, like snow that falls without a storm. Quiet wreckage has its own strange form. Walking through the quiet wreckage, no alarm and no There's no final fight, no slamming door, just less and less of what was there before. Until one morning I woke up and knew that something had quietly moved through and left behind this careful kind of empty. Not loud, not dramatic, simply plenty of space where someone used to softly stand. Quiet wreckage doesn't understand why it has to hurt so calm. Maybe quiet wreckage is the kindest kind, the one that doesn't leave you so behind. On rage or vengeance, just on tender loss that doesn't ask you to keep score or cross. Examine every detail of the wreck, just gives you space enough to check yourself for what is left still standing tall after the quiet wreckage, after it all. Quiet wreckage, soft and slow, teaching me the things I didn't know about the gentleness of letting go. Quiet wreckage, this is how it goes. There's a flower growing through the concrete crack. Nobody planted it, nothing held it back from finding light between the gray and stone, from becoming beautiful alone, without permission, without the perfect soil, without anybody's help or toil, just the stubborn will to push on through. That's the only thing it ever knew. Concrete bloom, growing strong. You were never in the wrong place to start. You proved them wrong. Now look at what's become of you. Concrete bloom, rising up, filling every broken cup of the city with your light, blooming through the hardest night. Concrete bloom, don't apologize for the way you learned to rise through the cracks and through the gray. Concrete bloom, here to stay. I've been growing through my own concrete, through the sidewalks of defeat, through the places people said I'd never. Oh, find a way to be, however difficult the ground beneath my feet. I found a way to make it sweet, found a way to push toward the sun, found out I was stronger than I'd known. Nobody waters concrete flowers daily, nobody checks on them so gaily. They survive on what the sky provides, on stubbornness and on the tide. The rain, it comes when no one's looking, on roofs that grow without a booking, in anybody's garden plan. Concrete blooms do what concrete blooms can. Concrete bloom, keep rising up, filling every broken cup with color nobody expected. Concrete bloom, you're not neglected, you're a miracle in gray.